How do you know what success should look like? Is it generating a profit? Is any impact a success? How does your event compare to last year's, to others within your organization, to others in the wider market you serve? Data for a given event can give you a lot of important insights about what people liked or didn't like, but to get a sense of performance and progress, you need to know how it compared to other iterations and to all the attendees' other options. Event benchmarks take a broader view of your data surrounding your event to help you put its success in context with previous metrics for that same event. For example, let's say you're used to seeing about 4,000 attendees at your annual conference, and this year you attracted 3,900. You might be thinking, well, that's about right. But if you look at your event's historical data and you see that it drew 4,000 last year, and 4,050 the year before that, and 4,200 the year before that, a worrying trend emerges. Your event has been losing its audience for years, and your current formula is delivering a downward trend. Organisational benchmarks compare the performance data of your event to an organisation's wider portfolio of events. How an event compares to others in the same portfolio determines whether it's pulling its weight and how valuable it is for the organisation. The comparisons can also be used to influence your strategic decisions about how to develop the event, or indeed whether it's strategically viable to even hold it at all moving forward. And if it's a customer-facing event, it could potentially damage the brand reputation of the overall organisation if it doesn't meet the standards of the other events that are holding. Perhaps there also could be something to learn from other event teams working within the organisation too. If your team is meeting its targets, but those consistently trail behind other departments or event series, it might be worth an audit and a knowledge-sharing session to see if the performance can be improved using existing resources within your organisation. Industry or sector benchmarks provide market data that helps you understand how your event performs against other options in the market and how valuable or indispensable it might be for the market it serves. It's critical to be able to appreciate event data in the context of the wider market, so that you don't prematurely pat yourself on the back for a positive NPS that actually fails a few points below the industry average, or panic about the percentage of hostages in your audience that is actually much lower than most other similar events. The challenge is establishing these industry benchmarks. As individual events tend not to publicize their CSAT and NPS scores, how can you access a sample size of data that is big enough to be representative in your market? And in a time of relative upheaval, how reliable are these benchmarks anyway? The secret is in the supply chain. Tech and other suppliers support thousands of events across multiple sectors every year. They're often sitting on a wealth of data, and their databases are growing and replenishing constantly. For example, Exploree's industry benchmarks are a product of thousands of event data across a range of market segments, and those form the basis of our performance analysis. Dedicated event industry suppliers with tenure can establish robust benchmarks quickly and use all the historical data at their disposal to support their analysis.